ignore.
You certainly can't. You cannot ignore it. You can't. Oh man, they're both going out. You got Melania and Trump going after you.
Yeah.
I will say it's kind of sweet the way you've unified them. You've really brought them together.
Donald Trump is reportedly furious after both Desi Lydic and Jimmy Kimmel mocked him back-to-back on live television. And for Trump, the timing could not have been worse. The controversy began after Trump proudly boasted during a press conference about passing multiple cognitive exams, speaking as if recognizing animals like a lion, bear, alligator, and squirrel was some extraordinary accomplishment. Desi Lydic instantly turned the moment into viral comedy, joking about Trump celebrating the absolute basics and comparing him to the one student in class who always needs extra assistance. But the real reason her segment exploded online was because she highlighted how Trump constantly changes details every time he talks about these cognitive tests.
Wolf. And, I love the name Melody because for a long time, they have spell correct and word correct on these crazy machines that we use to put out truths, or they used to be called tweets.
Uh-oh, look out, he's leaving.
In one version of the story, it's a squirrel. In another, it suddenly becomes a whale and a giraffe. Yet somehow, Trump still insists he passed flawlessly every single time. Things became even stranger when Trump appeared at a children's fitness event hosted at the White House and unexpectedly turned the gathering into a lengthy rant about nuclear weapons, Iran, transgender athletes, Barack Obama, and physical strength. Instead of motivating children, Trump spent nearly an hour drifting into subjects that many people felt were completely inappropriate for a kids-focused event.
It is the Donald J. Trump and Desi Lydic Fox Explains, presented by Donald J. Trump. So that's a new thing.
He's sponsoring the segment now?
He is now. He put his name on it.
Is he paying for that?
I have not seen a dime.
You're not getting a check.
He says he will, but I have not seen a dime.
Desi Lydic absolutely dismantled him over the speech, pointing out how the same man bragging about passing cognitive exams immediately demonstrated almost no awareness of what is suitable to discuss in front of children.
So you have a humiliation kink, but you really think you'd lose a fight to an 80-year-old man? I mean, come on, Republicans, believe in yourself. Where's that storming the Capitol confidence? To be fair, this is an incredibly weird phone call to receive. Yeah, Dave, it's the polling company. You think you could take President Trump, you f***ing pussy?
While Desi Lydic focused on Trump's behavior at the event, Jimmy Kimmel targeted an entirely separate controversy involving Trump's enormous White House ballroom project. Trump originally claimed the ballroom would cost roughly $200 million and repeatedly assured the public that wealthy private donors would cover the expense, meaning taxpayers would not pay anything. But now, reports suggest Republicans are attempting to direct more than $1 billion in taxpayer funds toward the project under the justification of security improvements. Kimmel highlighted the contradiction perfectly, reminding viewers that Trump repeatedly promised Americans they would never pay a single cent, only for the projected cost to skyrocket, while taxpayers may ultimately receive the bill. Kimmel mocked the situation by joking that Trump suddenly needs public funding after spending months boasting that billionaire allies would handle the entire cost themselves. Then, Kimmel returned to Trump's unusual speech at the children's fitness event, laughing at how a simple ceremony somehow transformed into a chaotic lecture about war, transgender debates, and global destruction. Both comedians ultimately pushed the same message. Trump repeatedly While Desi Lydic focused on Trump's behavior at the event, Jimmy Kimmel targeted an entirely separate controversy involving Trump's enormous White House ballroom project. Trump originally claimed the ballroom would cost roughly $200 million and repeatedly assured the public that wealthy private donors would cover the expense, meaning taxpayers would not pay anything. But now, reports suggest Republicans are attempting to direct more than $1 billion in taxpayer funds toward the project under the justification of security improvements. Kimmel highlighted the contradiction perfectly, reminding viewers that Trump repeatedly promised Americans they would never pay a single cent, only for the projected cost to skyrocket, while taxpayers may ultimately receive the bill. Kimmel mocked the situation by joking that Trump suddenly needs public funding after spending months boasting that billionaire allies would handle the entire cost themselves. Then Kimmel returned to Trump's unusual speech at the children's fitness event, laughing at how a simple ceremony somehow transformed into a chaotic lecture about war, transgender debates, and global destruction. Both comedians ultimately pushed the same message. Trump repeatedly creates these controversies on his own, and then becomes outraged when people make fun of them. And unsurprisingly, Trump reacted exactly the way many expected. He took to Truth Social to attack Kimmel, Desi Lydic, and several other late-night hosts, calling them untalented failures, while demanding television networks remove them from the air. But every time Trump responds this aggressively, the clips spread even faster online. The jokes become even larger, and the comedians gain even more attention. That is what makes this entire situation especially damaging for Trump. The more emotional his reactions become, the more material he gives his critics. Right now, after being mocked relentlessly over cognitive tests, bizarre speeches, and the taxpayer-funded ballroom controversy, Trump appears to be in complete meltdown mode. And honestly, that may be the most embarrassing part for him. Nobody forced Trump to boast endlessly about cognitive tests. Nobody forced him to turn a children's event into a speech about nuclear conflict and culture war politics. And nobody forced him to guarantee Americans that taxpayers would never help fund his ballroom project. He created every one of these headlines himself, and now late-night television is simply shining a spotlight on them. Desi Lydic and Jimmy Kimmel did not need to invent details or exaggerate the situation because the footage already speaks for itself. That is exactly why these segments are spreading so aggressively online. Viewers are watching Trump insist he is mentally sharp while simultaneously creating moments that critics say completely undermine that image.